Good morning. Welcome to Suburban DIY. My name is Rich. We've had a couple of days, actually a few days, of temperatures over 115 degrees, breaking records for this time of the year over the previous year, which was the record broken over the previous year. Anyway, long story short, it is July 13th in the desert, and it is wicked hot, but we're surviving through it. So today's project, we're going to be doing just a couple of things on the garden. We've got these black-eyed peas that we've already harvested, and I just want to take them down because they're unsightly. A few other things in the garden that we will clean up. It's early in the morning. It's already feels like 100 and something degrees out, and let's go ahead and just get started and clean some of this up today. Good morning. It is July 15th. It's a Monday. We had a pretty nasty monsoon that came in last night. Did a little bit of damage, but nothing major. Couple branches down, stuff like that. We did have a problem with our sails. I shouldn't say it's a problem, but you'll see the sails are down, and it's okay. They actually broke exactly where we designed them to break. So just a few repairs. Let me give you a couple of close-ups. This is a 1/16 stainless steel cable that I have hooked up to the anchors and equalized to two different anchors, and it broke right here. So this is it just frayed. It was old, so I just need to replace those, and we'll get these things hung back up. You'll see it here on the other side too. There's the piece that's broken. So a couple of pieces came off. Just got to put them back together. This is one of our 3 olive trees, and the trellis just came apart, but tree looks okay, no broken branches, so we'll just put that back together. The equalized 1/16 steel cable, or stainless steel cable, did fine. The anchors are fine. Where this broke was actually this carabiner, so it's a lot of stress to break that, but that's an easy fix as well. I've got plenty of these. So when we talk about the design that we used, where we had the weakest points or the failure points would be that 1/16 cable, our objective is to try to avoid this, which is ripping of the shades. You'll see that it's been ripped before and I sewed it back up, but our intent here is just to keep the fabric intact, because if that rips, it's just a pain in the ass. But putting these back together, yeah, no worries, no problem at all. That's easy fix. We follow a YouTube channel called Project Camp. They recently got scammed trying to buy an excavator. They created a crowdfund, and we were happy to contribute. They achieved their goal in 4 hours and doubled the amount they hoped to receive in just a few days. Good luck, Project Camp. We're with you. It's the end of July and we're back at the food forest in the back corner of the property. We've got olives, peaches, apples, and pomegranate. We're in our fourth season with the pomegranate, and although we had many blooms this year, we actually only got one pomegranate. All right, so we just cut this pomegranate and we did some research, which I should have done first, that says you harvest them in the fall when they're completely red and there's no green blemishes at all. Well, screwed that one up, cut it. The only one that we got this season we'll have to remember for next season. So let's cut this open and see what we've got. Well, lots of seeds, which is awesome, but they're not ripe. So we'll have to remember next season that these things need to be totally red, no green blemishes before we harvest them. we're pretty rough on our camera equipment, especially the tripods, and they break every so often. I repair them for a while and they get completely frustrating. So I got a couple new tripods and put them together. Good morning. Welcome back to Suburban DIY. My name is Rich. So it is late September and I'm in the back corner of the Suburban DIY, and we've got a ground squirrel. She lives across with our neighbors here. We have this block wall and she's dug a couple of burrows. One of them, here's all the dirt pile, but it's actually right here, down below this peach tree, down here where she came up. Here's another one over here. In the opposite corner, there's a couple of spots over here too. You'll see a dirt pile right there under this bush. And there's another one over here. You'll see it looks like, well, we're irrigating it, so it's a different color there. But look at all of this dirt. So my objective here is just to take this dirt out. I'm gonna put it somewhere else. And then I'll put mulch here. So I'm not trying to get rid of the squirrel, just trying to make this a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. I have this 1/4-inch hardware cloth that I fold over the edges of the wheelbarrow. So this way, when I'm gonna put the dirt in on top there, and we'll save some of the mulch. Just trying to separate the mulch from the dirt. We'll remove the dirt, put the mulch back. There was a fair amount of pea gravel that was down below that the squirrel had brought up. And that was from the previous owner before I landscaped all of this and built the food forest. The previous owner had all this pea gravel back here. So it's just kind of left over, but this is the dirt that we removed. Now we'll just flatten out the area here and make it look nice. Pretty easy fix. Let's get to the other one. With all of the landscaping that we've done at Suburban DIY, we hold on and we save our soil. It's not 100%, but this is a lot of native soil in here that will mix with other amendments. For instance, in the garden, and it actually slows down the draining and holds the water. So a mix of native soil with a lot of other amendments. We keep it in this bucket. Don't know if this shows up on camera really well, but this is nature's little excavator. This ground squirrel has taken all of this dirt. I mean, it is a lot of dirt from under this grapevine, and I'm sure it goes under the wall back over to this section. But man, that is a lot of dirt. Let's get rid of it. But check this out. Watch this. Look at this. I don't know what this is, 36, 48 gallon bucket, almost full of native soil just from the burrowing squirrel. Holy shit, that's a lot. All right, next project. So back in the northeast corner of Suburban DIY in our food forest. Check this out. See, all of that mulch and that bark has been moved away from that spot. It might be a little bit hard to tell. But what happens is there's birds that at the end of the summer, they're looking for insects. So let's clean this up. By the way, if you're curious, this is a mulberry tree. And I put around all the trees, I put this hardware cloth, 1/4-inch hardware cloth around it. The intent behind it is to keep this bark off of the trunk so it won't rot, right? Because it gets moist because we irrigate quite often here in the desert. So we just want to clear that. That's it. It's not to protect from any of the animals or anything. It's just to protect the bark from the moist mulch.
Oh yeah, it's like a...
Yeah, like bugs all got in it when it cracked open.
This is awesome. It's like a the horror movie. Can I put it in the bucket?
Yeah. Oh, not even close to being done.
Should we try the other one?
Sweet. Oh, yeah. Welcome. Today's project, we are in the vegetable garden area of Suburban DIY. We've got 3 raised beds. We'll be removing the summer crops. This is watermelon. We've harvested a few and really enjoyed those. Here we've got bell peppers and jalapeno peppers. We'll be leaving those because they're really healthy and they're just starting to come in. So we'll enjoy those over the next couple of months. When we remove all of this, we're going to be taking not only all of it out, but we'll be taking out this layer of mulch and straw. We'll be moving that to the side, put down a thin layer, plant the seeds, and put down a thick layer of soil on top of that. It's our own mixture, which I'll talk about that in a little bit. It is October 6th. We would have done this earlier, but we've had some record temperatures. Seriously, like broken, I don't know, 10 days in a row we've broken the temperature record. Today it'll be 108 degrees. I would have done this earlier if it wasn't for that. But we've got a lot of work to do to go ahead and get this prepared, and the objective here is that we will have a lot of winter crops, especially the lettuce and things for a salad, because we're expecting a lot of guests over the holidays, and we want to be able to put food on the table. It's fresh out of the garden. It's so delicious. So we got a lot of work to do. Let's get started. When we started this journey in the garden, we used a layering technique of potting mix. We use earthworm castings for extra nitrogen source and native soil, and we would layer them. But we learned over the years that it's actually better to mix it. So to make our own soil, we're going to use about 1.5 parts of potting mix, with 1.5 of native soil. So this is our potting soil. Again, we used to layer it, but now we mix it. And then we put in about the same amount of native soil. And this, by the way, if you've been watching the videos, this native soil, we usually get it when we plant trees or things around the garden, and we save the native soil, filter it to take all the big rocks out. But this case, this actually came from a ground squirrel that lives in our backyard and with our neighbors. And this past year, they brought up a tremendous, or one squirrel, I don't know, tremendous amount of native soil. So we've kept it. And that's what we're mixing in now. Now we'll get some of the earthworm castings for extra nitrogen. And this will be our first thin layer that we're going to put down, and we're going to plant the seeds right on top of it, because then we're going to add soil on top of that. So we don't have to dig down and plant seeds. A little bit easier, a little bit quicker. All right, the winter crops are in. Nice. Whew, 101 degrees. If you're curious about these sunshades, we'll be taking them down here in just a couple of weeks. Once the temperature finally breaks, we use these to shade the walls and shade the trees and all the vegetation from the brutal western summer sun. Summer's almost over. we're working on this back wall, which had some water damage. We were overwatering up top on some of the vegetation. There were watermelon vines growing down, and over the years, it's deteriorated the wall, and it just looks like crap. So we're gonna brush this off, we're gonna treat it, and then we're gonna paint it. Ready now to apply the waterproofing, and we're using this product, Dry Lock Original. Finally, it is the end of October, and that means that the hot summer season here in the low desert of the greater Phoenix area is finally over. You've heard me whinge a lot about it, and you've probably watched me do a just boatload of cannonballs to cool off when I'm working outside in the summer. End of October, summer's over, and it's time now to take down the sunshades and provide some winter sun for all of the food forests in our backyard. So let's get into it. Let's take a quick look here. These are the olive trees. Everything looks to be okay. I still got them in trellises, just probably for another year. But this tree behind it, you may remember this from other videos where we shaped this tree. We believe it's an acacia tree. Not really sure, but it did grow au natural and it came in fast. And it actually, interesting, we've got another one growing here that we're gonna be shaping. A little bit more of an aggressive shade, but it'll take a few years to get that. We'll report back. So it is pretty thick back here. You can see kind of where the sunshade was below all of that, but it was above. There's an apple tree, and you see it's got a flat top, and then this pomegranate, which is also a flat top because it was below the shade and couldn't grow as much. Mulberries looking great. Geez, that bush back there grew a lot. All right, sunshades are down. Nice. If you'd like to see more videos on this topic, check out the Desert Garden and Food Forest playlist. Thanks for watching.